supported the crime bill. My husband has apologized. He was the president who actually signed it. Senator Sanders voted for it. I'm sorry for the consequences that were unintended and that have had a very unfortunate impact on people's lives. I want white people to recognize that there is systemic racism. It's also in employment, it's in housing, but it is in the criminal justice system.
Oh, man. You know, and then you watch Sanders, who wants to let people out of jail. He wants to let people out of jail. These people are lunatics. Joining us now, Ronald Kessler, New York Times bestselling author, author of The First Family Detail, and former reporter with The Washington Post. Hey, Ronald.
Hey, good to be with you.
Good to see you. All right. So, I mean, what did you make of that debate? It was like, you know, she was trying to out-socialize or socialist Bernie on almost every issue.
You know, one point that is sort of overlooked is that even though a small percentage of Americans are racist, the vast majority today, I think, lean over backwards to favor blacks over whites.
Well, by the way, Ronald, a small majority of Americans are racist. Blacks are racist. Whites are racist. It's on both sides.
That's right. But the vast majority, whether they admit it or not, try to lean over backwards to favor blacks when it comes to hiring or promotions or certainly voting for the president, as we did for Obama. And the real privilege is black privilege today, because now blacks are favored by Americans, whether because they think it's right or whether because of social pressure. It's a prize to be able to promote a black individual in a company. So that's the real story about white privilege versus black privilege.
You know, I can't wait for, if it's Hillary or any of them, to run. Let them run trashing the police. Let them run on letting people out of jail. Let them run on Muslims have nothing to do with terrorism. Let them run on how great the Palestinians are. Let them run on all these wacky issues and see what happens. But let's talk about Hillary. You believe that she will be indicted. Do you have any timetable, and why do you believe that?
You know, I don't have a timetable. I think it could be months, but people don't realize that the relevant law is very broad. It just says handling classified with gross negligence is a felony, and by definition, putting classified information on an unsecured server is gross negligence. And you saw President Obama trying to make excuses for her. I think he's leading up to giving a pardon to Hillary, but there's no questions she will be indicted. Jim Comey, Jim Comey, the FBI director, is a man of great integrity. I think Loretta Lynch is as well, is not political the way Eric Holder was, and no question she will be indicted.
Well, that's going to be interesting. So you think, though, it'll be a factor in the election? You say months away. You think this will come after she's the nominee, before she's the nominee, but certainly before November? Yeah,
definitely before November. Possibly in a month or two.
Well, so let's say she's indicted and Obama pardons her before the election. That's not going to help her. It's going to blow up in their face.
That's right. Either way, she's going to be besmirched, and it's possible that Biden might step in.
Oh boy.
But then on the other side, Donald. People don't understand about Donald that there are two Donald Trumps. One is the guy you see on TV who makes these provocative comments to get attention. But as we get back more into the general election, he's going to start behaving like the Donald Trump I know. I've known him for about 2 decades. And that is a very competent, reasonable guy who built this great empire of $10 billion in assets, 22,500 employees.
Right.
He didn't do that by being a bigot or by being an idiot.
Now, Ronald, we got 30 seconds. You expect Donald to win big in New York, right?
He's going to win big in New York. He's going to win big
Pennsylvania
when it comes to the White House.
Yeah, and Hillary going to take New York, or Bernie going to knock her off?
Well, Hillary will take it. We'll take New York for sure.
Yeah, Ronald, good to talk to you, my friend. Have a great weekend. I really appreciate you coming on.
Hey, thank you.
All right, thank you, Ronald. Keep more of your hard-earned money at tax time. That's the promise from a great new book, Deduct Everything. Market Watch tax columnist Eva Rosenberg shows you the legal deductions, tax credits, and loopholes that add to your personal bottom line. Deduct Everything is your ultimate guide to lowering your annual tax bill. Now, this book has specific advice and great money-saving tips throughout. From learning what to do if you receive payment as a juror on jury duty and your company reimburses you to show how to take advantage of up to $2,000 for the lifetime learning credit, even if you're not seeking a degree. And there's much more in Deduct Everything. This book is available on Amazon and bookstores everywhere, but Newsmax has a remarkable free offer for the Deduct Everything. Simply visit the website on the screen or call us toll-free and check out this free offer. Remember, you have nothing to lose and you could save big.